What's good, everybody? Welcome to Operator versus Collector episode 7. Lucky 7, bro. 7
Lucky
in a row,
seven.
dude.
Yes, sir.
7 in a row with no problems, man. What's going on?
Oh man, nothing much. Kind of a slow couple weeks as far as when
Yeah.
it comes to Pokemon. So
Yeah.
just I know you've been trying to get some content out. What is it like every single day on top of the live? So I saw
Yeah.
your video today, and you're like, I just don't want to come up with garbage all the time. And
Yeah, dude.
I
I
was like,
can't do it every day. It's not possible, dude. It's gonna be like 3. It's probably maybe 3 a week, and try to make them somewhat meaningful, bro. Like I don't want to make
yeah.
bullshit videos. It's
Hey
not it's
man.
not it ain't a good look, dude.
Hey, you know what though? I heard people talk about it doesn't matter what the content is. People just want to see you every day.
Yeah.
I just can't get behind that sentiment, but you
Yeah.
definitely I mean, you come up with some banger ideas for sure, especially you getting rid of all your ETBs. What was it? ETBs and booster bundles, PCTBs and boxes and
Yeah.
SPCs you were keeping. So,
Yeah. So the shelves are a little light behind me. I got probably 10 or 12 empty acrylic cases, like so I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. Maybe we'll put them in there one day. Put something else in there. Get some more
oh,
PC
yeah.
ETBs. Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's see, we got the Mega Rayquaza. Well, no, we got 30th anniversary first, and then we have the Mega Rayquaza set. So those are going to
Yeah.
be those two PC ETBs that are the four of them. Those, if you can get your hands on them, those are going to be for sure keepers.
I
Um,
have pitch black PC ETB coming.
yeah,
So
I do.
yeah,
I do too. I don't
yeah.
really know. I don't know what to do with them. I know I'm going to keep the booster box, and I'm definitely going to keep one of the PC ETBs. I don't really care for for me it's not the value, it is the looks of them.
The
And
look of
I
the
think I
box.
think it, I think it's one of the ugliest ETBs in a while.
Yeah,
So,
it's kind of like a matte color, right? There's no like shine. I haven't seen it in person, but I know it's like a just kind of like black and gray, pretty much black on
yeah,
gray. Yeah,
yeah, pretty much. So
yeah.
I don't know what to do with it. But we'll
So
see.
yeah,
Maybe I might give it to somebody, like hook somebody up with it for what I
yeah.
get it for. We'll see.
There you go. So we got a few people up in here. We got a special guest tonight, Jay Ketchum from Jay Ketchum TCG is waiting in the bullpen patiently, and we're gonna bring him in. We got the normal dime piece up in here, 10 people. So we'd
Oh
like to,
really?
yeah. There's only 10 in here. Look at Poke
uh,
Pablo talking about hook me up, bro,
I Pablo, bro, no, because
dude.
no me, I'd give him that, right? Actually, he still owes me a prismatic booster bundle, so I
Yeah.
sent him a 151 booster bundle for free
Oh
out of the
wow.
kindness of my heart, and he won't even hook me up with the prismatic one. So until
Damn,
he
bro.
does, Pablo, I'm definitely not giving you one. But knowing your luck, you would pull the Darkrai out of that
Dude,
PCTV. So
I pulled the gold Greninja yesterday, and it was just a sleeve booster from the dollar store, bro.
yeah,
Just a regular sleeve booster, and I'm going through it, and I kind of cheated a little bit and slid them to the left a little bit, and I saw the gold. I told Michelle, I was like, "Oh, look at this shit." She's like,
there
"What
you
the hell?"
go.
So now I got 2 gold Greninjas, and then the gold Zygarde, Mega Zygarde. So, but
Nice. So
yeah,
are you gonna keep any of them? I know
yeah.
you're trying to liquidate for the 30th,
Yeah, I'll
but
keep, since I have dupes of the Greninja, I'll keep one of the Greninjas and then sell the other 2 are on for sale. I think one of them's on the site. The other one might be on eBay. So
I wonder what the Greninja is actually going for. Give me a second. There's a question from Ice the BB.
yeah.
He-
Yeah, see that. What's your let me put that on the screen for everybody to see. So what's your guys' game plans now until Mega Ray release? Seems like a lot of people are skipping out on the 30th release for Mega Ray. Um, I'm not skipping out on the 30th, but I don't know about you, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna skip out
No,
on the 30th
I'm
for
not
Mega
gonna
Ray.
go super heavy. I'm not gonna go really heavy into the 30th. Definitely hope to be able to get the two PCTBs, hopefully an SPC. I mean, my plan for the near future with the 30th. The 2 PCTBs, as many of the SPCs as I can at a fair, reasonable price. I am not going to be paying 400, 300.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do that. I'm going to wait and see what happens, but I would definitely like to at least have 1 or 2 in the collection. Probably a normal ETB if I can get my hands on one. And I'm just going to wait and chill. I'm going to let it play out. If we learned anything from the 20th and 25th is over the next couple of years, it should be readily available, and people won't care forever, and there'll be better prices. Because, I mean, man, those PCTBs are going to go insane. ETBs, SPCs, it's going to be crazy for a while, especially if what Anon's talking about with these 1 in 10,000 God packs and different colors and rarities. But no, I mean, if I can get my hands on some 30th, I would absolutely love to open up some 30th, even if it's, you know, booster bundles or 3 packs or 2 packs or check lanes or whatever they decide to do. And the Mega Rayquaza, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be crazy for a little bit, and then I think it's going to be just like chaos, just like perfect order, pitch black. You know, people, I don't understand the sentiment going around about we want big sets, and the Rayquaza is going to be a massive set with Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon. What makes people think that that was going to be the case? So I'm not surprised that it's a small set, but I think it's great, and so I'm looking forward to all these sets.
Is there any? I haven't been keeping up with it. Is there any news as to the size of the set? Have they put out what it's going to be yet, or is it still speculation?
Kind of speculation. So Poke Beach, they dropped some. I guess the Mega Rayquaza EX was revealed for our English, and you know, like we've already seen it, right? But apparently it's got a number on it. I gotta find it. I don't. It was on Poke Beach, but there's a number, and it's supposed to equal out to be a small set.
Yeah,
125 or something. So,
Jesus, another tiny set.
So 4 SIRs, SARs that are Pokemon. Of course, 3 because we already know we're gonna get a Mega Rayquaza more than likely, right? And then we'll get 2 trainers, 2 trainer SIRs. So. Again, small sets, and it's probably going to be small sets unless they're specialty sets. So people better get used to it.
Yeah, I know. There's some noise about another specialty set coming, and towards the end of the year, I guess. So, it's
middle of next year.
Middle of next year, is it? Okay, I thought it was the end of this year, but yeah.
No, so Aura Seeker is coming out. I believe it's like November 2nd or 6th or something. Around the time we get the Mega Rayquaza set for Japanese, Aura Seeker is supposed to be coming out, and then we should be getting that late January, early to mid February. But that's going to be a normal set. So well, of course, anything's up. You know, anything can happen.
Yeah.
But from what Pokemon or people have heard from Pokemon, apparently it's supposed to just be a standard set. Aura Seeker is, and then our next specialty set will be in the middle of next year, which will be 7.5.
7.5, yeah, it's going to be a banger, bro. All those 0.5s they're bangers, dude. All of them.
They are.
Every last one of them.
They definitely have cheated the code on that for sure.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, you know, long term, if they keep making specialty sets that are good, and then they keep making these smaller sets, do you think that people are going to be less interested in these big, like these main series sets, and only go into the specialty sets? Or, I mean, I know right now like the market's super hot, but
yeah, I think people just want to rip something, man. I mean, the normal everyday people, they just want something to rip. I mean, with me, I'm done now. I mean, I wanted to pull the Greninja, you know what I mean? But I'm not opening no more packs of Chaos, dude. I've opened plenty. You know, the gold Greninja is enough for me. But yeah, I think when if you start talking about holding and investing and stuff like that, then yeah, for sure, those 0.5 sets are. I mean, the last 3 or 4, right, have been nothing but freaking incredible. I can't believe Black Bolt is where it's at still, and that it's not
not
higher,
going to
dude.
be.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not going to be
insane.
much longer. Everybody and their mother is pumping Black Bolt White Flare.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I can't find it. I had a guy that had the Sam's Club bundles, and yeah, I made him an offer, and he just never got back to me. People aren't happy about my 80%, and that's fine, dude. Like, I mean, I'm not, I gotta pay. I can't pay no more than 80% anymore, man. You know what I mean? I did it for too long, and it's just not, just doesn't make sense for the business to pay, more than 80%, bro. There are some instances maybe where I might pay 85%, but few and far between, trying to stay at that 80%.
I don't blame you, man. With the and I know some people are talking, I've watched some videos. Some people are saying there's no summer slowdown. Other people are saying there is a summer slowdown. I know you post in your shorts, summer slowdown, and then you're dropping stuff off at the post office and stuff like that. But I definitely think, with the summer slowdown, yeah, I mean, we're gonna explode. Like, I really think by August we're gonna be full chaos mode again for the 30th and then of course the Rayquaza. So, but I mean, you just gotta be careful. You don't know. Like, this, hypothetically speaking, could be it, And if you're buying at 90%, you're just literally shooting yourself in the foot. So,
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
There's some stuff, right, that we are so deep into it that it's just a break even at this point. Some of it I've even had to pull down, and yeah, so I don't want to do that, but I got the Chinese coming. It'll be here in about
did you
4
finally?
days. Yeah, the they're quick, man. I mean, from China to here in 5 days is pretty quick, so we'll see.
Yeah, what are the chases? Are they, I guess,
don't even know.
the exclusives? What is it, Gym Pack 4?
Yeah, Gym Pack 4 and Gym Pack 5.
Okay, so 5. it's the Ponyta is the chase for that one. And then I don't even know what this Gym Pack 5 is supposed to be, but interesting. I'll definitely be looking forward to I guess, does it have the Captain Pikachu?
It does. So.
It has the Captain Pikachu in it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I started off with 2 cases, and we'll see how it goes. And some people have expressed interest in it, and yeah, we're just trying to do what we can to get the people what they want. I mean, I want it too. I mean, I've opened simplified Chinese before, and at first I was like, but now going back and looking at the shit that I opened, the cards are nice, man. The quality of the cards is really nice.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to open up any Chinese. I opened up Korean. I've done Japanese. I haven't opened up any of the gym packs. I know Crazy, if he's still in here, he actually pulled the Cubone illustration rare, whatever it was.
Yeah,
from I think, I don't know, whichever one has the Gengar on it. But I definitely would like to get my hands on some. So I'm interested to see what y'all put them at. So I might.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to put it in order or something. So with the kids.
Yeah, we'll give you the homeboy hookup. You already know.
I won't even tell you. I won't even tell. I'll just order it.
That podcast last night, dude, halfway through that shit, because it was so dark, I was like, dude, I almost had to get up and turn the lights on. I can't do that again, bro. We're gonna have to rethink the way that the set looks for that, because that shit ain't gonna work, dude. I can't do that, dude. No way, bro. Anon was like, "Oh, I like it, dude." I was like, "Yeah, it's too dark, man. It's too dark."
You need to get a light like over your computer or something,
Everything was black, and I'm just staring at the screen, and it was just like, it was too much, man. I was like, "Oh man, this is crazy."
It did good, man. People, I enjoyed seeing Anon, and it's got like 300, 400 views already on it. So
he posted it on his channel as well. I gave him the download, and he looked out, man. He's a good dude, man. I like him. He's cool. He's
Yeah.
he knows a lot of shit, so he's a good person to have in the corner if you know got questions
No,
about anything or yeah,
for
100%.
sure. He I know he gets a lot of shit, but I've always enjoyed his videos, and just because, like we talked about, just because things don't always play out doesn't mean that he's pulling shit out of his ass.
Yeah,
It just Pokemon can make changes, or any of these companies can make changes. At least he's trying to provide some form of information. So
yeah.
I'm a big fan of Anon. He's one of the few Pokemon content creators that I still watch. So
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit, and I like that. He doesn't care about what anybody says, and he don't even like Pokemon. I mean, he grew up on Magic. You know, he
yeah,
doesn't give a shit. You know, I mean, he's made that crystal clear. You know, he's not a it's just not his thing. You know, and so you know, being that as it may, you know, that he doesn't even really care about it. You know, it's kind of a good it's good to listen to somebody that doesn't even care about it, you know, to talk to you about it, you know. They don't have any hidden agenda behind it, you know.
right,
He gets
right.
his, bro. I mean, he's making dough. I mean, Anand's got it made, and he's been doing it for a long time. But yeah, it's good to have Anand in there. I'm glad that the first guest that me and you talked about was not the first guest. And
Oh
it was him.
yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking out. Yeah,
Oh
that ain't
no.
no, yeah, that ain't even happening. No, yeah, that
Was
ain't.
he just being a pain, or you just
Well,
decided no?
even if he decided to come through and say something like, yeah, I don't think, no, I don't need him. We're good. We got a
It's
bunch of
probably
people lined up.
it's probably better that way, honestly.
Yeah,
But
it
it
is.
would have made for
That's
some interesting content for sure.
yeah. If you know, if he reached out later on down the line, maybe or whatever, but like, yeah, he's got a lot of shit going on. But so yeah, there's not too much going on, man. I guess this manipulation thing is the big deal right now. But I mean, some people made a big deal out of it. You know, it's you know, it is what it is, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't even care. You know, it's like I know some people are like, oh, you know, it doesn't change. It's not like I turned around and sold a bunch of ETBs at $200. It didn't happen, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, who cares, bro? Like, you know, it's if you go run out and go buy a freaking ETB, when that happens, then I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You know,
Well,
uh,
I mean, and it does happen, right? You got
yeah,
people that are like, "Oh my gosh, what's up?" Like the prismatics taking off. Like, this is my last opportunity. I got to buy it at
yeah,
200.
yeah,
Um, like I gotta be careful with what I say, but I watched a video today somebody made, and they were covering the whole manipulation thing, and they're like, "This pisses me off more than anything in the world."
yeah,
And I was just thinking to myself, like, we have been doing this for freaking 2 years. If you don't know to look at a graph, if Prismatic goes from 160 to 200 to 211 bucks, or Synod Heroes does 170 to 200, and you don't look at the graph and go, huh, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
yeah,
Like, that's your fault. I'm sorry. You know, the days of excuses to make, like, people are just looking for, and I get it. There's nothing to talk about right now. There's absolutely
yeah,
nothing to talk about. And there probably won't be until what, end of next month, a week before
yeah,
the when the Mega Rayquaza set. It's just, but these people, like you said, they get into this daily grind, or they got to make videos all the time, and they're just picking at straws, man. So is it unfortunate? Yes. Do people get hurt because of it? Yes. But if you've not learned over the last 2 years, sorry, man. Like, just hold on to it, and in 5 years it'll be worth $200 or more. So
yeah.
you'll make your money back.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I know Jay covered it a couple times, and I think I was riding home from work, and I put it on, and I was like, oh shit, you know, and or I did I think I saw his thumbnail, and I was like, what the fuck? And I watched it. I was like, holy shit, dude. And then I saw too that First Partners, I think, shot up to like $90 at some point, the series one,
I'll check
briefly.
it out.
So yeah, I think, yeah, somebody's just doing, you know, I don't know, somebody playing around whatever. But it's not like it's gonna work, right? I mean, that shit's not gonna stick. Look at the Ascended ETB. It's already down. It didn't last any, at all.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
The Series 1 is selling for $70.
Is it 70? Yeah. Do you see on the chart there where it did shoot up? Do you see that?
Let's see. I mean, it's got it all the way to 81, but then it's got it flatlined. So
yeah.
No, I think TCG Player took it down. To be honest with you, that's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. It's weird, man. I watched this guy that covers Magic. He covers Magic, and he doesn't even look at the market price. He's looking at the price of what's it's selling for. So when you click on a product there, that's what he goes off of. And I'm sitting there going, saying to myself, bro, why aren't you talking about the market price? But it kind of makes sense what he's saying. That's what I guess the lowest list I think might be what pops up in that box. But that's how he covers shit. Is it?
So if you look, typically up on the top, I mean, sometimes it can, but most of the time it's I can't remember what the name of it is, especially with singles. It's like these LGSs, these brick and mortars, that's what they have their prices. Why I always go down to the bottom and look at most recent sold, and that will kind of give you an idea. But I always am looking at the graph, or not the graph, the sales data to see what's kind of going on with that. So I mean, like I said, we've been here for 2 years.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know to check, if you don't know to check basic things, like you deserve to be taken advantage of. As terrible as that sounds, like this is not rocket science. This really isn't. And the fact that people are trying to make it rocket science is just is just dumb. I see Ice the BB. He said that we got to talk about the $2,500 course.
Yeah,
for vendors.
I saw that. I think Possum Bud made a video about that. Like, my son and I are working. Well, my son is. I ain't doing shit. He's doing it, but he's working on using Claude, the AI, to automatically update the prices on the website, so that we don't have to do it manually anymore.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So if there's anybody out there that's a viewer that's buying from the site, if you see some crazy shit going on the site from now to about 2 weeks out, don't trip. I'll try to get in there, and he's working the bugs out on it, but it's trying to update it twice or once a day. It's going and pulling the market price. And then we're trying to figure it out, dude, because it's a lot, man. It's a lot to go in there every freaking day and and catch up with it. And it'd be nice for it to just happen on its own. So until
this market cools off, man, you got to be careful, because you don't know what's going to get pumped, what's going to get dumped, what's going to get bought out. I don't care. Like AI is dumb. Like AI is a great tool, but it is a tool. So until this market chills, I would be checking that stuff every day.
Yeah. I'm doing it. It's I talked about it in my video today, dude. The ADHD is a thing, dude. I start doing one thing, I got 12 things to do. I got 6 going on, and it's a lot, man. It's a lot, but yeah. So we'll we got that special guest. You guys already know Jay Ketchum from JayKetchumTCG is going to join us, so we're going to bring him in now and let Jay get up in here with us and tell us what's going on. What's up, brother?
Oh, what's going on, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Another Friday night, baby.
Yeah, I'm happy it's Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the show, bro. Glad you could come
on,
man.
Jay.
Nothing much, man. Finally here.
It's about time.
So what's going on? What's on your minds?
I don't know, man. You tell me. What do you think, bro? What do you think's going on with the...
I don't know. Right now, it's just been... I don't know. The only thing that's really catching my attention right now is this nonstop manipulation of items. Like, it's a little annoying, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like that the market is... Like, it's so funny. A lot of people don't want the market to be regulated because now you're getting the government involved, taxes and things like that they definitely, get around. But then you have people manipulating like the Ascended Heroes ETB, right? That pulled back, but like I said in my video, new ceiling, new floor though, right? It didn't go back to 173 where it was. We're at 188.
Yeah.
Right. And then the Charizard UPC, did you see that today?
Yeah.
Right. They made one purchase. It's like one of the frustrating things for me because I want this thing to be honest. And this thing is far from honest right now. The Charizard UPC, a purchase at one purchase at $385 can do that to the price. It's kind of annoying to me. I don't like how that works. I've never been for it. I've had people fight me in my channel before. Even when I was smaller, they had the Mayhem event this year. It wasn't that big this year. Last year's Mayhem event, though, was absolutely nuts. I don't know if you were around for that.
When was it?
It's at the end of May. They do a Mayhem event.
I wasn't. Yeah.
All right. So last year, Fusion Strike booster boxes were at $400. Off of that one event, first off, in preparation for the events, because of all the hype, all the sellers purposely listed their boxes much higher than market price was. And because everybody had incentive to buy, the box went from $400 to $700.
Wow.
That's how it made it. That was part of it making its way to $1,000. Right. That went up. I think Silver Tempest was like 300. That went to like 450. Brilliant Stars, like all of them. It's all part of that game. And TCG player, whether people don't actually point the finger at TCG player, they're really the ones that are accountable. Every time that a product rises in value, they gain more money, right? You sell on TCG player, you have to give them a percentage, correct? And even though the percentage stays the same, the value increases, right? So it's in their benefit for those prices to rise. Now, if you look at like in the past, TCG player has gotten involved when people manipulate products to the downside. So if products become cheaper because somebody decides to buy things for $40, they'll like fix it and they'll regulate the freaking market price back to where it was. But now when it's up to the upside, they do nothing about it.
I meant to ask you, did you see if what it did on Collector and stuff like that and some of these other apps? Did you see how it affected that, or how it affected Pokédata or anything? Because I know you can look up prices on Pokédata for sealed as well as single.
No, I haven't. I don't use Collector. I don't use Shiny app.
Yeah.
I don't believe, like, it's just like, if I'm gonna be like, this is like a thing that usually puts people to the test, and I don't know if people won't like hear me say this. If you're going to be somebody that's going to hold for the long term, right, which is my intention, my honest intention, right, I haven't sold a thing in these past 2 years. That means that I'm not going to be looking at my Collector app. I'm not going to look at the value of anything. I'm not selling anything right now. What's the purpose of me supposedly holding for 3 to 5 years? I'm not worried about how it fluctuates in price. I'm worried about what's going to happen down the line. Yeah. And so for that reason, I don't look at them at all. I literally, whatever I have, I actually set it and forget it. I don't like, I know the prices on TCG player because I track them and I talk about them here, but to track my whole collection, like, I don't do that, so I don't use the Collector app or the Shiny app. Yeah, because I know with people that send us their collections to sell them to us, I'd say 90% are Collector, and we have to put that against, sometimes it's a good thing, right? Because the prices will be a little bit less, or they could be right, off. But if you think about it, the guys who are selling off to you and had the Collector app that keep tracking their collection weren't long-term holders. They're clearly selling you the collection, right? And that's why I don't like the app, because then people see something like a 50% gain, they're like, oh my god, it's time to sell. I can sell now I can, and that's why I don't.
Well, some of the guys, I push back on that a little bit. Some of the guys, they have their stuff at Collector, but they've had it in there for 5-6 years, and they're selling it. They're not they're not looking.
No,
at
there
it
are
every
those
day,
people that have had it for
very rare.
There's nothing wrong. But it's not. There's nothing wrong with realizing gains, especially if you've been around for a good while. But a lot of the people been around for the last year and a half, right? So you can tell. If you bought Fusion at 400, now you're at 1K, and it may look like you've had it for a long time because of that growth, but in reality that's happened in the last year and a half.
But wouldn't you,
it's just a quick sell.
I get that you don't need to look at it because you're holding it for the long term, but wouldn't you want to know if something was taking a shit and was going down? Like you would No,
It wouldn't
The
matter if you
the
hold
reason
for like
why-
3 to 5 years, you're fine.
yeah,
yeah, but that's the thing, right? Because this is not a regular stock. It's not the same, right? You can continuously keep buying stocks, but Pokemon eventually will not print a certain item or product, right? That'll end up. That's the point of the long-term hold, for it to actually become scarce. And that's my idea behind it and why I'm holding for the long term. It's not for the quick flip. And that's the difference there. Like, that there's people that aren't even considering something becoming scarce or at least being able to age. They just see the quick flip and they do it. And that's not the way that I'm doing my stuff right here. Like, I'm not at all. That's not how I'm doing this.
yeah. I know. I heard Joey hasn't made too much content as of late. I know he made a video. I think it was either today, and he said something in the video about nothing is how did he word it? I don't want to put words in his mouth, but nothing is scarce or nothing is like
Well,
now.
you gotta take that. He's
So-
pushing Lorcana hard.
Yeah.
So it's not fair to say like
I know what
Joey's-
he's saying. I get
Joey's
what he's
doing
saying.
2 different channels. And
Yeah.
when you look at Pokemon compared to Lorcana, when you look at some of these pops on these PSA 10s, like, yeah, Pokemon, these PSA 10s, they're not scarce when it comes to like Lorcana is scarce. You're talking about 500 cards that are PSA 10s, out of 1,000. So
Right.
it's completely different. You have to see and recognize the underlying meaning behind it. So
Right.
you're saying like he hasn't been making a ton of Pokemon content for sure.
Yeah.
But guess what? He's been
about.
Yeah, that, and guess what's taking off? Guess what's
Right.
performing?
But he also has
Lorcana.
another channel.
And that's Lorcana.
Right.
And he's
So-
making videos
so
every day on that.
I've heard several people, like, I'm not going to mention, but I've heard several people, content creators, have already said things like even like 6 months ago, like if Pokemon basically starts to shit the bed, I have to pivot somewhere. My YouTube channel is not going to succeed. So that means you already know they're not going to be here for the long term. Like if you were, then you wouldn't be considering going elsewhere with your channel or creating a whole nother channel. It's just for the moment of the hype.
Well,
But
like, I gotta show you. Y'all keep talking.
There are a lot of factors that play into this Lorcana thing too. Think
Yeah.
about this. First off, since when was Lorcana actually loved? Up until recently, right? So who was even ripping Lorcana? Every time, bro, I would go to my Target, look at the section of Pokemon. There wouldn't be a single thing in that whole section of Pokemon. But you know what was there, taking up the Pokemon space? Lorcana, because no one was ripping it. So who's grading? You have to rip it first. Nobody had love for it. So of course, there's a lot of factors here. Pokemon is so much more popular. So many more packs are being ripped. Now that people are finding value in Lorcana, they're buying and keeping it sealed. You're not even the IP or the TCG didn't even get a chance to really get ripped. They just went value, sealed. You know what I'm saying? And then the few people that ripped are the few pops that you see on PSA. So there's a lot to consider there. That Lorcana is not as established as Pokemon, as the TCG, like nowhere close. Just the same thing as One Piece. And then One Piece is another one. The freaking gem rates are like it's almost like everything's a 10. It's
about 90%.
I've seen so many people. I went to this card show last weekend, and one of the guys was talking about One Piece. He was like, I was so sure this card was going to get a black label. All my other ones got black labels. Like, it's so consistent. Like, it's nothing close to what Pokemon is. Like, usually a lot of what determines what's going to be valuable when it comes to a slab is gem rate and, of course, the popularity. But now, if every single card that you pull can be a freaking black label,
well,
like, where's the value there aside from the hype?
There are some cards in One Piece,
right,
that bring astronomical prices in auctions. Some specific cards. So they're I've been watching Grace and Poke Profit since I started getting into this thing, and back when OP13 came out. And he does a show every week where he talks about slabs over $1,000. I don't know if he still does the same one, but he's talked about some of the auctions, bro. And there's some cards in One Piece that are, you got to go all the way back to vintage shit to talk about prices like that. Some of these cards are way more expensive than any Umbreon or any of that shit.
With what you just said, think about what you just said. You have to go back to vintage to get those prices.
Yeah.
Now, tell me how that makes sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't, aside from the people who are in it for the money, pumping prices up. And this is going to happen as long as there's money to be made. It's the same thing that you keep hearing, the repetitive thing you keep hearing with Pokemon, where you're hearing things about when it comes to like high grail things, vendors are selling to vendors. So vendors are now purchasing these items at these prices, keeping that price afloat. You know, it's like the guy that was on Poke Profit's stream. He bought a Black Label Bubble Mew. He bought it for like $236,000.
Yeah.
Purposely bought the second one at $236,001 just to keep that price afloat. It's the very same thing in a wider scale. And that's exactly why I don't believe in that One Piece stuff. Great, it has the value, you know, great. If I had a freaking slab that was worth $8,000, awesome, right? But the truth is that I don't believe in that hype. I don't know how long it's going to last. One Piece, I could say, is the real deal when it comes to the anime. Who knows what's going to happen with One Piece, right? People ran to One Piece last year in September. Then it died out and they came to Pokemon. Why? If you believe them, like I made a video about One Piece and Pokemon, and there were so many One Piece fans that came and gave me so much shit because I was basically saying they weren't as established. They didn't have the history. They only been around for a few years. I don't even think they've had an anniversary set yet. And at that point, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong on the anniversary year. If you ever tell me, that's fine. But I made this video in September when I was looking up the information. In September, there had not been one set that was out of print at the time.
I know, you know, I've talked about it before. I like One Piece as a card.
One second, real quick, John Santos. Yes, you could be buying the future vintage. You're still taking a greater risk with One Piece because it's not as established. That's just the reality of it. Now, can it be amazing later on? 100%. You're still taking a bigger risk than you are with Pokemon because Pokemon has 30 years under its belt and One Piece has the 4 that you're mentioning. You know, just think about that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying One Piece isn't good. I like the show. I like the IP. It's great. But when it comes to the reality of things, these are collectibles. Collectibles that are valuable are supposed to be scarce, rare, you know, and if you don't give these things age, they are not scarce or rare. Most of the One Piece out there is just being held sealed. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think One Piece has a lot going on because a lot of their low end cards no one cares for. It's mangas or whatever, like the higher rarities are. That seems like all One Piece cares about. With Pokemon, you know, and you could even argue other TCGs, Lorcana, whatever. Even the lower ender cards, people actually care about those still. People still collect them. But yeah, One Piece, I do worry about long term.
There's
oh,
other.
Shoot, my number one fan came into the chat.
There is you know, SPs, treasure rares. There's other cards and hits in One Piece besides mangas that are worth money and that are good looking cards. The SPs are some of the best looking cards. I like it. And I'm actually going to try it. I was talking to Anon last night. It's so hard to get, bro. And I've opened a lot of packs, bro. Trust me. A lot of packs of a lot of these TCGs, Dragon Ball, One Piece. And the opening experience, you know, when you come down, because that's what this is all about, right? It's opening packs, right? The cards. The opening experience with One Piece is incredible. It's a good opening. If you've never opened any packs of One Piece, bro, you should open it. It's fun, bro.
Right.
It's fun. And I like it. The art is good. The only thing that I've heard would be that the anime, when it ends, right? Like, what are they going to do?
That's speculation.
When the anime ends, you know, there's nothing, you can't like continue it. So how would they?
That's speculation. They can branch off and create another storyline with one of the characters and focus on his adventure. You know, that's people are speculating and I get it, but they really don't know what's going to happen. To be honest, you know, what if Luffy has a freaking son? You know, like you don't know what they do if they want. You know,
I like it. I like Dragon Ball too. Fusion World. I don't know if I pulled it. Michelle will get mad at me if she pulled it, and she pulled a God Rare, which is a 1 in 12 case pull. You get one in every 12 cases.
That's sick.
And, yeah, and the card was awesome, bro. And it had a fucking print line on it. And I didn't see it, and I took another good look at it, bro, and I held it at the angle, and it had a print line running all the way up the middle of the card. And
that can still get a 10 though.
Well, I guess that specific set was notorious for having print lines in it, and that card was, but it was a badass card. And I love Dragon Ball, bro. I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, and I
used to watch a lot of Dragon Ball when I was a kid too.
Yeah. The cards are all, Bandai makes a good product, bro. There's no denying that. You know, Gundam cards are bad as hell. Anything that Bandai touches to me is pretty much a good product from what I've seen. So Pokemon cards I love. I have passion for Pokemon too, but if Pokemon International could print cards like Bandai does, it'd be good. It'd be good for everything if they could, you know, have that print quality. But I just don't. I don't know what's up with that.
Right. I think it wouldn't hurt Pokemon if we had good print quality. The love for the IP is there, and it's embedded in everybody's childhood. You know, it's going to be there for a very long time. And then you have, you know, everybody just includes their kids. You know, my goddaughter's 5. I've been giving her Pokemon cards. I give her a little binder. She's been putting them in there. You know, so like it's just fun with the family as well. So it's going to continue. It's going to continue, and the show's been continuing. That's the reason why they had to branch off from Ash. Sadly, you know, they can't just keep using Ash. You know, it sucks, but it is the reality of it.
I had some questions that I wanted to ask you guys, and Broke, I'm gonna start with you, bro. Do you think Pokemon has become too creator driven, bro?
You mean too many people making content over it?
Yeah. Like, well, just the hobby itself. Do us as creators, are we driving what is going on? Do you think we have too much?
Oh yeah,
not us specifically, because not me, because I'm not big enough to make any kind of moves like that. But do you think it's too creator driven?
Yeah, dude. I mean, content creators, they can talk about a certain set, and that set will take off, or a certain card. I mean, look at Brian from Pokémon. He did that whatever it was, Appleton or whatever, you know, and then he did another card. I can't remember what it was, but that card absolutely took off. Of course, it was like a 5-cent card, went up to like $1. But you know, like PokeRev, I know back in the day he talked about the Umbreon from Evolving Skies, the V, and he was saying how he preferred that instead of the VMAX. Well, guess what happened? As soon as that video came out, boom, that card absolutely took off to the moon. So yeah, content creators know what they're doing. I fully believe that a lot of them, some of them, they're just trying to help people out. Other people are trying to pump their bags, and it's up to the individuals to actually collect what they want to collect, and not just fall for, oh, my favorite content creator said this. So yeah, absolutely, content creators know what they're doing. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. So you just have to be mindful of that. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. What do you think, Jay?
All right. I think first off, I think content creation has become just so big in the world overall. I was at work the other day. There was a woman jogging. She was live streaming herself jogging. It's like so big now just to do this stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's one. So it's just gonna expand even further. Yeah. 2, I think that content creators in Pokemon don't realize how much influence they really have on the market, right?
Yeah.
We saw, I forgot how long, was it 6 months ago? Alex mentioned Shroud of Fable. The freaking PCTB case went from like $400 to like $1,000.
Yeah. It was the booster bundle case.
No, it was the ETBs. I have a PCTB case, so I was like, should I sell it? And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick to what I wanted to do. I'm gonna hold it long term. But I'm like, damn, this thing went from like 400 to 1,000. So I could sell it right now, and it's gonna appreciate what I thought, at least what it was gonna do in the next 3 years, because of what he said. So he did that. He keeps mentioning, for example, I feel like he's trying to do this on purpose. It seems like he bought a good amount of Pokemon Go, and he keeps mentioning Pokemon Go about how people keep like criticizing him for doing it, but he's like, but look at what it did, and he just keeps mentioning it. And I'm thinking to myself, he wants people to buy into Pokemon Go. Some people know what they're doing. Some people really do not realize how much influence they really have, because people are watching you. And I realized that myself when some guy showed up to my stream, and it was somebody that I used to watch like years ago. and it was a guy that does you know, the guys that do like they go to people's homes and they fix their lawn for free.
Yeah, I've seen those
Right.
guys,
So there's this guy named TK Lawns. I used to watch him. He has 185,000 subscribers. So now, if you, for example, you are monetized, correct?
yeah.
So you can at least see at your scale with your views, because it has something to do with it has to do with the views, how many hours they're watching you. You can already see how much they're watching your content, how much you're making with your numbers.
Yeah.
Now multiply that to somebody who has 185,000 subscribers, right? Just to think about how successful this person is. He's been watching my live streams. So someone like if I can impact somebody like him to buy into something with that's making so much money just on YouTube alone, not even that doesn't even have to be his main job, right? He could, who knows how much money he really has, but there's big name people that could be watching you and you have no idea, and you're influencing somebody with money. And so I think a lot of people don't realize the influence they have, but like Broke said, a lot of people do know exactly what they're doing. So
Let me see if I can go to the website and buy some stuff. People, let me see if I can. No, I'm kidding. But so yeah, I've said it in multiple videos. You know, people that get up here and make content and have some semblance of a personality or of some following. Yeah, they can influence people to do things. So yeah,
I think if you're an honest person, you know, I think that if you're an honest person, you know the reality and the possibilities of things, and you should be able to then put out the right message, you know, with everything you want to do. There's a right and wrong way to do anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could, if you're being honest with people, you could do this the right way without having to influence people and let things happen the way they should, or the way that we believe it should, which is the honest way as well.
Yeah.
So
100%. Do you think we are in a healthy market, or are we just in another FOMO cycle?
Ooh, that's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of both. Healthy, not exactly, and FOMO, that's what I mean. Like FOMO, 50-50, healthy, not exactly. FOMO, maybe more than 50-50, more like 65% FOMO. This market, if people don't allow it to correct, it's never going to be healthy, because it just doesn't make sense for things to appreciate this quickly, you know. So if this was healthy and then we would then consider it normal, why wouldn't all the big money people have already bought everything up in Pokemon? Why would they give us, the little guys, the opportunity to buy? You know, it just doesn't add up. When you start asking yourself these questions, it doesn't add up. Why isn't somebody like, you know, Warren Buffett here just buying everything up? He could leave nothing to you.
He's dead.
Why is it, you know, why are we able to buy, you know, and why? You said what?
He's dead.
Pokemon?
No, Warren Buffett's dead. No, you said he's dead. That's why.
Right. Well, I mean, think about it though. If this was a healthy market and functioning as expected, they'd be here. And I think a lot of the times people don't realize that, you know, you're buying into a lot of these things and a lot of that future growth that you should have experienced in 3 years is already getting baked in. I don't know how many times I've heard somebody say, oh, Destin, like when I was first saying Destin Rivals should not be $400, people were saying, oh, well, why not? It's going to be $1,000 in 10 years. Why are you basing your price off today for what it's going to be 5-10 years down the line? You don't even know where you're going to be standing at that time. That doesn't make any sense. Why don't you function with the market, deal with it today the way it's functioning today? But everybody keeps pushing it more and more, and they don't realize that at a certain point, even Destin Rivals is going to have a hard time moving. Look at Evolving Skies. It's been at 2,600 for how long now? It's because you start at a certain point, you get to a price value where, first off, most people can't afford. Most people won't be able to justify buying at that price point, right? It just doesn't make sense. People, they don't even ask themselves these questions. They just want the thing to skyrocket. They want it to go to 300, up 300% in a week. Like it's nuts. It's nuts. It's not. I don't know, man. if I could change things, I would.
You
honestly.
think Destin Rivals is worth $500 wherever it's at?
I don't think it should be there right now. I really don't think it should be there right now. Honestly, that's all.
589.
You said what?
He says it's at 589.
Yeah.
Well, I bought it at 250, so I'm happy. But
well, there you go. But you know, like if you're like me and you're holding for the long term, that's the growth I would have liked to see 3 to 5 years down the line when it's out of print. When people, you know, when they make another Mewtwo set and people are like, holy crap, let's go back to Destin Rivals. This thing, it just reminded me, I love this set, you know, things like that. But we're not even having that opportunity right now. You know, they could come out with another Mewtwo set and Destin Rivals could go up maybe $40-$50 because it's so expensive already. You know.
So who do you think actually moves prices? Collectors, investors, stores, or influencers?
Idiots.
I don't think influencers move prices. It takes the buyer. The buyer has to act. It doesn't matter where you list an item at. It doesn't matter. Somebody has to press click buy. And then now you establish that market price. It's the buyer. Whoever that buyer is, it's that one. If you got fooled into buying something, you know, at a price point that it shouldn't be at, then that's a whole different story. You should have been doing your homework, you know, and should have been a little more patient, which is one thing that this market lacks. There's no patience whatsoever. It's the buyer, whoever it is. It's sometimes it's the collector, sometimes it is the investor, sometimes it's everyone that's buying.
Do you think me saying that a set of Heroes ETBs under 200 is a good buy?
Did you get that from my video?
No. You said that? Did
No.
you say that?
Somebody came into my comment section and I was laughing because he said, well, so I feel like I missed the window that I wanted to buy Ascended Heroes at. I don't know if you know, but my brother passed away in February.
I heard about that.
So,
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, thank you. So at that point, we had Ascended Heroes at like 120, right? Maybe 110 sometimes. And so I wasn't focused on Pokemon. Now, after that point, I really felt like it was getting to a point where it was like 140, 150, where I was like, that's way too soon. I can't justify buying at that price. Just being honest with myself, just being like a little grounded and thinking about where it should really be. And if I don't agree with it, it is what it is. If I miss out, then I miss out. I really don't care. It's you know, people like to judge you for how you spend your hard-earned money, but I really don't care. So I didn't buy, right? And then it was at like 160, and I was saying, you know, in my video what I really thought, where it shouldn't be at that price point. And somebody commented, anything under $200 is a good buy. You're wrong. I'm like, okay, well, guess what? I'm pretty sure that when we get, you know, we were at like 180, and I was like, well, I'm pretty sure it's going to stagnate for a little while. Rudy has said the same thing, and I was like, I agree 100% with what Rudy's saying. It's not going to move. And it's hitting a ceiling right now. Now that ceiling is where we were at for the last month and a half until this thing got manipulated a few days ago, which now created a new ceiling and, like I said, a new floor. So now it's going to rise a little bit. But if it weren't for manipulation and you allowed this thing to be organic, we would be staying stuck at 180 for a little while. And that's where that came from. So that's why I thought you saw it from one of my videos.
No, I've said that a couple of times, and I think it is, man. I got 10 or 15 of them a couple weeks ago. Probably been about a month now, and I did a live, and I offered them up, you know, for I think 169 or something like that for that night, trying to give people a shot, man, to get them because I was able to get them so low. I think it's a good buy under 200, man. I really do.
I don't think that it's a bad product to hold. I just think that while it's sitting at 180, which I thought it was going to sit if it didn't get manipulated, it was sitting at 180. If it would have sat at 180 for the next 6 months, there probably would be multiple opportunities that you could have taken advantage of, where you would have seen appreciation while that sat at 180. That was really the point of that. Not that Ascended Heroes isn't a great thing to hold. It's an amazing set. I love the set, you know, but you know, at the same time, if it's going to stay stagnant for 6 months, there are other opportunities out there, right? Like the Prismatic Evolutions SPC, right? It dropped to like 270. We're at 330 now. You know, you could have bought some of those at 270. You know, you could have bought some Charizard UPCs, right? Even though that got manipulated a little. But you know, you still could have bought some of those, seeing that they were going to have growth in the near future, as opposed to locking your money up at 180 and letting it sit for 6 months at that same price point. That was a real discussion. That was just, you know, trying to be smart with how you move your money and how you use it.
Joey's asking how it's manipulation. I don't know what he's.
Well, what you do is you put on a white sweater with a big R on it, and then you put a Scully on with a hat, with the glasses on, and you know, whenever you make a YouTube video or another channel, even, you wear a glove, and all that glove with your outfit, it freaking mesmerizes, you know, and so it creates that right there. Can I have some water, please?
So let's move on to the next one. Did you answer that question, bro? Were you able to get in on that?
Broke is too busy laughing right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Broke is
Jay's about to get put on TRJ's video tomorrow. He's gonna be on Pokemon real quick.
Listen,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna say this just like, and I'm never gonna be a drama channel, right? I could joke around, no problem. And I will tell you this, that most people on YouTube don't know, because I'm not a drama channel. I am extremely quick-witted. I'm like known for that. Like in my real close friend, like I could say so much so quickly. I would bury Team Rocket Joey, but I'm not going to do it. Even if he takes this clip and puts it on his channel, I'm not going to do it. I'm not. It's just, I'm like Broke noticed it. I'm from New York. Do you know what you deal with growing up here, bro? And I'm the good one at that. Like I'm like an expert level at like quick-wittedness. Like I don't know, but well, it's fine.
I had a conversation with I want to say it was in my live a couple nights ago, and I also had a conversation with a couple people in private. Like I'd love to go after some people, you know, but I can't. You know, I have a business and I can't do that. You know what I mean? But
it wouldn't look good on you. It would not.
No, it wouldn't, man. But and it's, you know, I don't want to say like going at people, but like, and then I talked about doing an alter ego, but and doing, you know, like another channel. But you know, I don't know, man. I hear some people saying things sometimes, and I want to say something about it, but I can't.
Listen,
you know.
Don't do it.
You're better off not, because you're the face of your brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one. Secondly, I do think about, if I had somebody that like I respected, if they came to watch my channel, I want them to respect all my content, whether it's my kids, if I had kids, my family, my friends, you know, like I just want it to be that. I don't want them to look at me and laugh at me. You know, I don't want to look at it and laugh at myself. You know, I want to be able to respect my own work as well. Sometimes people trade that for clicks and views, and that's fine. You know, you do what you do. You're getting your clicks and views. Joey has like freaking 17,000 subscribers, I think, something like that, right? You know, so it's working for him. It's, you trade that away though at the same time, because then people laugh at you. They don't respect what you say. You know, things happen. You know, you maybe you make some kind of suggestion. You want to say you're sorry. You want to make fun of it. You know, it just, at a certain point, nobody's going to start respecting what you're saying. And it just changes things for you. And that's not the person I am or I want to be. So,
yeah, I'd love to, you know, I mean, the way I was doing content was I would watch, you know, consume tons of content and then pull a little bit from every, you know, video that I watched and then make a video. And that lasted for a while, man. But then I started seeing things that I was like, oh man, I wish I could say how I really feel, but I can't, you know. And that's tough, man. That's tough. But
also, you got to be careful too, because you're trying to grow your business, trying to grow your channel. And if you go, even if you go after one person, that one person may be in a clique with 20 other content creators. Those 20 other content creators may like them way more than they like you, even if they don't know you. So you're going to isolate yourself, especially if you're trying to do like this Poke Underground, trying to bring different people on. You may say something about one person and piss off 30 people that might have gone on your Poke Underground that now won't, you know, support you or anything like that. So it's just not worth it. Trust me. Been there, done that.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
So
Well, that
listen,
sucks, man.
I think I might have said this in Broke's Discord one time. I was having a conversation. I said it in my Discord as well. There were things that people were saying that I knew were dishonest and disingenuous, and I wanted to start off like a little series, and it was going to be called Justice J. And I was going to say everything I felt of everybody, but then I knew that it would go completely a whole different direction from where my channel was going, or what my channel is or resembles. It would go somewhere else that I didn't want it to go. You know, so it's just not worth it, bro. It's not.
Yeah. It sucks, but yeah, I guess I'll bite my lip and I won't say
Listen,
shit.
you'll see it. You'll hear it all the time. You'll hear somebody say something next week. It's the opposite of what they said the week before, just because it fits a narrative, you know. And you're like,
Yeah.
wow, now I know you're full of crap. But
Yeah.
if I call you out, it puts me in a position where, you know, I look at Krabby. A lot of bad actors out there. It's true.
Yeah.
You know, and I've always prided myself in being an honest person. I'm honest to a fault, to the point where people don't like it. You know, so that's just how I am.
It's tough, bro, because I've had to tell the few viewers I have, like, if I say something and then I turn around and come out and, you know, say some shit that I said I wasn't gonna say or whatever, to hold me accountable, because it's very easy to do that, Jay. And it's easy to say, you know, one thing and
Yeah.
turn around and it's not like you're impenetrable to that. Like, it can happen, bro. You can
Yep, to
say
anyone.
something. Yeah. So just so everybody knows, if I say some shit and it's whatever, you know, just call me out. That's all you got to do. This is a good one, man. Broke, do you think booster bundles are becoming the most underrated sealed product in the hobby?
So I don't know how to feel about booster bundles. I like them for specialty sets a lot, because that's, you know, besides an ETB or SPC, you know, it's kind of like the closest thing that you can get to. I think for specialty sets, they're going to be incredible long term. I mean, we're seeing 151 Paldean Fates, you know, Black Ball White Flare. We'll see what they do with that. I'm struggling with the main series sets. We'll have to wait and see what they do about these booster boxes. If we don't get any more booster boxes, I believe that booster bundles are, you know, overlooked, and I will be moving into booster bundles. I think, you know, with how small they are, you know, you get six packs in a box. I think that they're going to be great, but I just don't trust them for the main series sets right now.
Krabby brought up a good point. I bought a shit ton of acrylic for the old bundles, and now I can't fit none of the new shit in them. I have to buy all older bundles. Like,
There's acrylics for everything now, bro.
it's like, damn, maybe they'll take a trade in. What do you think, Jay? What do you think about the bundles?
I think that if you look into specifically, it doesn't matter whether it's main series or specialty, whatever has the highest level of like desirability to get ripped, I think booster bundles and other ancillary products are going to be great down the line. Because, for example, if you want to rip Evolving, you're not ripping a booster box, right? But if you had a bundle, maybe you could afford a bundle. Maybe you could afford a 3-pack blister. Maybe some of those sleeves that people have out there. So that's one of the things that I've been talking about, like for Prismatic. Like the way that these specialty ETBs have been moving, no one's going to come to you 2 years down the line and say, hey, I want to buy that ETB so I can rip it. Most likely it's going to be for display. But now if you have a 3-pack blister, maybe they can afford that, right? Like 151. Who wants to rip a 151 ETB at $600? No one. But you got maybe a poster collection at $80, maybe you can get yourself 3 packs. You know, the booster bundles are still absolutely insane as well. But things like that are going to be big down the line for the sets that people really want to rip. Specifically the specialty sets for sure. But if you have things like, you know, Evolving Skies, for example, from before, now you have Destined Rivals. Maybe somebody want to rip some Paldea Evolved, you know, things like that. Those little items are going to be big because no one's going to rip those big ones. If you're like a store, a vendor, I think, like that's one of the things that I've been talking about. I've been considering vending. You know, I think I would really enjoy it. I already like talking to people. The stream is probably the most fun I have when it comes to my channel, like just talking to people and hanging out. So I have a whole bunch of packs that I bought at about $4 to $4.50 about 2 years ago. And that includes a bunch of like Crown Zenith, Silver Tempest, Paldea Evolved, Scarlet Violet Base, you know, and that's going to be, if I vend and I have those packs there, it's going to be access for people to rip packs that they can't easily access. You know, a Crown Zenith booster bundle is what now, like 190 or something like that. you know, as opposed to just one pack. And me being me, I'll probably sell those packs at a discount. As long as what I plan to do actually was just a side thing. If you rip right here, you're going to get it at a discounted price. If you rip it to keep, to maybe sell somewhere else, it's going to be market.
The Alakazam EX box is a good, if you want to rip.
I think it's like 120.
Yeah, there's 10 of them on my site for sale. If you guys go check it out, packhypecollector.com. It's 4 packs for 117 bucks or 15 bucks. So yeah, it's a good buy. Yeah, I like bundles, man. I like booster bundles a lot. They're I just don't like the new shit. Like Krabby was saying, I don't know why they changed the damn size. The shit, it looks goofy as hell on the shelf with a, you know, one size bundle and then next to the other one. And then the retail bundles, those things are ugly as shit. You know the retail bundles,
the wide ones.
Yeah.
I like the wide ones.
You like that?
Yeah, they're a lot better than these tall ones that open up from the top.
Yeah. Is everybody so focused on the 30th that they're overlooking plays right now, you think?
What plays are there to be made right now besides in like singles?
Surging Sparks.
I mean, you had damn near 2 years to buy Surging Sparks. It was 220, 230, 240, 250, and then it shot to 300. So, yeah, I mean, Surging Sparks is still great, you know, but there's been a shit ton of it printed, reprinted, stocked. I love Surging Sparks, but I mean, why not go into Sword and Shield? Even Battle Styles, which Battle Styles is at, like, it's okay, it's not ass, but everyone says it's ass. Battle Styles, last I checked, was to what, 250, maybe 300 now. Like, you know, there's place to make. People just aren't looking at them. You know, they're all worried about the 30th, which is fine. Let them look at the 30th. But I think everything has already been pushed up a lot.
I'm trying to get my face melted off, bro. I'm trying to get my face melted off. Yeah, I'm trying to I mean, I've said it already multiple times. I'm trying to get my hands on Black Bolt and White Flare, bro. That's it. But that shit is like so hard to find, bro. It's just
I mean, it all depends on what you'd pay for it.
Yeah.
Right. If you're trying to buy at 80%, it becomes harder. There are sites out there that have them. I think I was just looking at a site earlier. I think it was like 1,900 for a case with Black Bolt, and I think it was like 18 for a White Flare. So it all depends on whether you're willing to buy. You're gonna have to hold, you know. That's a risk for you because you're a store and you don't want your money tied up. You're not gonna want to hold it. So, but when it comes to the question, I think like I said before, I said it in my videos, like it's like, yes, we're seeing a slowdown when it comes to buy volume on sealed, right? Demand is still there, like heavy. But everything has just risen in value so much, the opportunities aren't as like, there's just not so many. And then I do think some things do get overlooked, like back to like the content creation thing. Once content creators deem a set to be bad, it's like everybody just flocks to that. They just follow, you know, they hop on the train. And like one of the ones that I keep talking about before, I used to talk about Shrouded Fable before, right? And I used to talk about how every set has something for someone. Now, sealed isn't moving, but have you looked at the singles? That total set value was at like $500. It's almost at 1,000 now. So this whole time while people were crapping on Shrouded, now people found opportunity within Shrouded, right? And then, so one of the other ones that I also talk about, for example, is Astral Radiance. If you actually go look at the set, can you really tell me that it's not a nice set? Can you tell me that the cards in Astral Radiance are not nice, but the booster box is just above $400 because everybody says that it sucks? But if you look at it, it's a nice set. I like it. I like a lot of the cards in there, actually. Like if you actually pulled it up now and you looked at it and you refresh your memory on what's in there, like I think you'd agree. You know, but
yeah, I have to take another look at it. Michelle pulled Lily's Clefairy tonight from a Pokeball.
That card is absolute. Like you look at it on a screen and it's like a cute card. In person, that card is beautiful. Like the texturing, the color pops. That's a beautiful card.
Yeah. I still think Journey sucks though. But
I don't
You know,
I don't think Journey sucks. If you
well,
get to see every single one of those cards in hand, especially, which always makes a difference. People have changed their opinion on multiple occasions on cards because they're looking at it on a screen and not in
yeah,
hand. The Salamence in person, wow, those images that you see here do it no justice.
yeah.
That Salamence looks amazing.
I've seen it. I've seen most of the hits in Journey, and I don't know. I used to be in the camp for Journey, and I'm just not. Everybody hates me because I don't like it, but I'm just being honest. You know, it's just not.
Fusion
I mean, you
Strike
don't have to like
2.0,
it.
baby. Fusion
It's not
Strike
for me.
2.0.
You know,
You don't have to like it, but
Yeah.
you know, it's sometimes I could understand the argument, like you may not resonate with some of the Pokemon there, like Volcanion is not something you like. Maybe
Yeah.
the Zacian isn't something you like just as a Pokemon, you know. But there are some nice cards in there. The
Yeah, there's
Lilies,
some
the
alright cards.
Salamence, the Zacian is really nice. The Zoroark is
Yeah.
really nice. The Articuno and Wailord are some of the best illustration words that we've gotten in Scarlet and Violet. Thankfully, they haven't gotten pumped, but they're beautiful looking. And even some of the other ones that are lower in there. The Lilies Rubombi is a really, really nice card. You're talking about Q cards? That's a Q card,
yeah.
but it hasn't gotten pumped. So
The Wailord's a nice card. That's like what Pokemon
Fire.
saying. There's
So good.
There's some nice cards. I just you know what it was is I thought it was like what you're saying, Jay, like having to pull it up and look. And we've ripped a lot of it, and I've seen most of the big hits
Right.
in the set. But I just went back through it again one more time and looked at it, and I was like, just not a fan. That's all. You know, it's not a destined rival as far as art goes to me. You know, I'm a
right. Well, it's
you know,
not a
there's-
stacked. It's a
Right.
much smaller set. But
And-
you know, there could still be value there. You know, there's still something for someone. That's one of the reasons why I pointed out Shrouded Fable. Every set has something for someone. It may not be Evolving Skies, but there's something for someone within the sets.
Now, what you want to know a set that is, y'all gonna think I'm crazy as shit for saying it, but it's the most underrated set ever. And if Joey's still in here, he's gonna fucking lose his shit. It's Paradox Rift, bro. Paradox Rift has some good art. In my opinion, has some better art in it than Journey Together. That's my
Well,
personal opinion.
What I will say that Paradox Rift has over Journey is that it's a much bigger set. I think it's second to Paldea Evolved with illustrations in the whole era. That's what it's got going for it. But the Pokemon in there, most people don't actually like. Temporal Forces would be the one that I'd argue is probably the underrated one that got talked down a lot, but it's also at $330 now.
Yeah.
So it's not undervalued anymore. But before it was Temporal Forces sucks. The ancient or future versions of the 3 legendary dogs are horrible looking when they're not, you know. And then you have
Those
the Iron
dogs are
Crown.
fucking trash. They did a terrible fucking job with them. Awful, terrible cards.
I like them.
Get
I
that?
like 'em.
I never want to see them ever again. I'd be completely fine.
I like them, but then you've got more cards in there. You've got the Ghastly. I love the Morty's Conviction with the Gengar in there. You've got the Iron Crown. The Iron Boulder is actually really nice as well. There's a lot of cards. If you look at that set, I think Temper Forces is third in illustrations in amount, right behind Paradox. But I choose Temporal Forces, and the overall market clearly has chosen Temporal Forces over Paradox. I thought there was going to be a more of a competition because Paradox was rotating out a year ahead of Temporal, and Temporal is still more valuable. So the market has spoken, not just myself. It's better than Paradox in my opinion. But I will say that the Groudon in Paradox is really nice.
Yes.
The Groudon, the Altaria,
Yes.
the Salamence, you know.
Now,
really nice cards.
Since we're talking about sets, let's just keep it going. Let me try to piss off chat a little bit more because I know some people got heated. I'm gonna give you my opinion as far as the most overrated set in Scarlet and Violet. All right, 151.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say it. I knew it.
You know, I'm just saying that it's like, it's, you know, that Charizard ain't shit, bro. The Obsidian Flames Charizard is way better than that.
The Charizard is not amazing, for sure. But the Blastoise is. It's a really beautiful card.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good cards in there. The Squirtle's really nice. The Wartortle's really nice. The Charmander and Charmeleon are really nice.
Preach, Krabby. Preach, buddy. 151 sucks ass. Y'all are about to get bent over and fucked. Nobody is going to care about that set, bro.
Venusaur is really
so
nice.
bad.
The Poliwhirl, the Poliwhirl is the best one we've ever had. The Dragonair is really nice. There's nice cards in there. Now, do I think it's like the best set in the world? No, but it's got some really nice cards in there, I think.
Yeah. Scarlet and Violet is a great era, bro. I think I don't know. I think it's a better, and Jay, you probably know better than me because you're in, more into the investing part of it than I am. But what do you think about Scarlet and Violet being a better
Love that card.
Play for investing than Sword and Shield? Do you think that's a real thing? Like what Alex has said that, and I kind of believe him, bro. I think Scarlet
he does say that.
Yeah,
he's also more heavily invested into Scarlet and Violet than Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
So you have to take that into account. Yeah, I love that card.
Yeah, it's a badass card.
It's tough because if we compared, so here's where Scarlet and Violet beats Sword and Shield. The illustration rares. It doesn't exist in Sword and Shield, even though Sword and Shield has a trainer gallery. A lot of those sets don't have trainer galleries. That's where Scarlet and Violet wins. It has look. That's where Scarlet and Violet takes the cake. But
that's for you, Henry and Joey.
If we compare top hit to top hit, Sword and Shield blows Scarlet and Violet out the water.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's I have to think about that one. You
what's,
said
what's the best card in Scarlet and Violet, you think?
Mewtwo. Mewtwo, Destined Rivals.
Dude, that's a good question. Damn.
I'm thinking how about this? What in Scarlet and Violet is better than the Lugia V?
That Obsidian Flames Charizard is a badass card, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Obsidian Flames Charizard.
I'm not saying it's better than the Lugia V. I'm just saying that's probably one of that's a badass card, dude.
The Magic Fates Charizard's better than Obsidian Flames Charizard all day long.
The Magikarp is bad as hell. Steve brought, the Magikarp's good. There's a
lot
lot,
better
bro.
than the Lugia V.
Yeah.
Do you think the Lugia V is the best alt art?
It's my favorite. I think it's up there, like top 3 probably. But there's a lot of good cards in there. I don't like the Rayquaza V Max in Evolving Skies, but the Rayquaza V is amazing, bro.
The Giratina is a badass card. Yeah, that Dragonite's badass.
Tell me, bro, come on.
I sold that card.
It's a lot better than Ascended Heroes Dragonite. That's for damn sure.
For sure.
How much? That card's like what, 400 right now, right? 400 or 500.
Don't make me go get my Dragonite.
No, bro. Here's the go get it. Go get it. Let's do it side by side. We'll do a poll vote.
Listen, I love that card. I love that card.
What do you want to compare?
But the depth
Ascended Heroes Dragonite.
Ascended Heroes Dragonite.
Yes,
bro.
Oh hell no.
Have you ever held it, dude?
The only good thing about the Dragonite from Ascended Heroes is that it's got the evolution line. That's it. Other than that, bro.
Hold that Dragonite up again, Jay. Hold it up to the camera.
Yo, we're gonna have to do a poll on this.
Hey, Pack Hype Mod, do me a favor and bring the Dragonite in here.
Hey, one's in the chat for Evolving Skies Dragonite, 2's in the chat for Ascended Heroes. Which one's better?
Yeah, the depth of that card is incredible, bro. But you know what's even better? The Feraligatr from Ascended Heroes, the Mega Feraligatr. That card is better.
That is a terrible Feraligatr design. Awful.
You think so?
It's fucking terrible. And I love Feraligatr. I hate that card.
The art is nice, but I understand the Mega sucks.
Yes, the Mega's trash. Yeah.
It's just like the Dragonite one. Like, who the hell thought wings on his head would make my binder, bro. I don't know. I would if I was like,
hey, bro, it's okay. You like Ascended Heroes. It's all good.
If I was one of the top guys in Pokemon, you show me that art, and I'd be like, you're fired. I don't even want to know anything else about it. You're gone.
I do like the Totodile design, though. Like, I do like how it's supposed to go back to Totodile, but the massive head over it just makes no sense to me, man. Right. And the long-ass nails in the picture, with the SIR, why does it have these long-ass nails? Like, it doesn't have that.
Could have done better. For sure.
The Pack Hype Mod is leaving me hanging. I don't know if they can hear me, but I need my binder. I need my
but yeah, man, just there's the top hits in Sword and Shield, just they dominate like that. Like Evolving Skies alone with the Sylveon VMAX, the Leafeon, the Sylveon
way
VMAX,
better than Prismatic.
the Glaceon one, even the V's, bro. Like the V's are amazing. The Rayquaza V Max, what I was going to, I don't really like so much, but the Rayquaza V is stunning. That's a beautiful card. Like it doesn't compare. That's just one set, right? Then you go to Fusion Strike, you have the Espeon V Max in there as well. The Gengar, in all honesty, I think the Gengar is okay. It's great, but more on the side of okay in my opinion. But the Espeon V Max is amazing in there.
The Muse.
The Muse as well, the Celebi, the Giratina V, the Pikachu Trainer Gallery in Lost Origin,
the Pikachu from Crown Zenith,
right?
Yeah,
there's
Chilling Rain with that banger Moltres and the Blaziken. I mean, the Blaziken's okay, but that Moltres,
is nice. The Articuno, I know Moltres is just the most popular out of the three birds, but that Galarian Articuno looks beautiful.
Are you talking about the promo from Crown Zenith?
No, Chilling Rain has Articuno. Okay. It has like a bubble around it.
Oh yes. I forget about that one. I only think about the Moltres and the Blaziken.
Even the Slow King in there. Oh my god.
I like that better than Ascended Heroes.
Dude, she can't find it. She's in there tearing the room up trying to find it.
It's probably in the trash can where it belongs.
Dude. Yeah, I saw, I think, Thomas said Mega sucks. I was just getting ready to I hear footsteps. So there ain't no way, bro. There ain't no way. Have you held this card yet, Jay? Have you held it in your hand yet?
Yes, I have.
Look at all that shit going on in that card, bro. There ain't no way, bro.
Look at all that shit going on.
It looks like a smoothie got splattered all over.
Is that who is that in the left there? Is that
it's Dragonair and Dratini.
Dragonair, yeah, dude, come on, bro.
I mean, that's the only good thing about the card is the evolution line. Other than that, that's terrible.
Listen.
It's not terrible. It's just not as good as Evo Skies.
I think it's a beautiful card. It's just not better than this one.
Yeah.
For sure, not better than this one.
Art is subjective, right?
Yes.
So my next thing, unfortunately, we got people in here that don't like Mega. So should I even go there and say so?
I mean, we have like another year left of Megas, so get comfortable.
But from what you've seen,
we might have longer than that of a year. I heard
it's a little over a year, right? I think Win the Waves is in September, correct? Next year.
The games, but I heard that Megas are supposed to be a part of Win Waves, so they might go longer.
Get real comfortable in.
So what?
They're going to be around, man.
With what we've seen from Mega so far, I mean, they created the greatest possibly Charizard ever created, right? Ever. What do you think as far as the art so far in Mega with what we've seen with Mega versus Scarlet and Violet's artwork?
I mean, I think that the art in general has just been improving, right? Going back from Sun and Moon to Sword and Shield to now, it's just getting better and better. The cards are getting better and better. They're stacking sets more and more, clearly. I think it's just going to keep performing really well. And the Mega era, I don't know why people don't like it. There's a lot more left in store for us. Like, if you go ahead and you just Google all the Mega Pokemon that they've created, they've only put in like a fraction of what's there. There's a lot left. And a lot of the popular ones are still left out. Mega Metagross, Mega Gyarados, Mega Mewtwo, both X and Y. They didn't make the new Raichus. I am not looking forward to seeing a Mega Victory Bell, but they made it. So I'm just saying there's a lot of Megas still out there.
You know, one set that is not getting any love, and it's kind of upsetting to me. It just doesn't. You don't hear about it. There's nothing really going on, and it's getting left behind, man. It's Mega based. I don't
really.
Know, yeah.
I talk about it a good amount.
Yeah.
Well, I talk about it a good amount. It's second to Ascended Heroes in depth. Every other set is smaller. That Mega Evolution base is a much bigger set than every other set aside from Ascended Heroes.
So Mega Evolution's base is going to perform very well because people do not like small sets. They don't. Yeah. That's why you heard people crying and bitching about this Delta Rain Emerald of Skies set because they want big sets. Traditionally, big sets outperform smaller sets just because there's more to chase. So let them all focus on Ascended Heroes, which is a very, very, very big set. Let them focus on Phantasmal Flames. Let them focus on Pitch Black being $300, which is fucking criminal. It should not be $300 at all. Let them focus on Rayquaza, 30th.
Oh, you mean like it's too soon? You're saying it for $300
for Pitch Black?
Yeah.
What else is in Pitch Black besides the Darkrai?
No. I'm just saying what you're getting at is that it's too early for it to be at that price point, because eventually they will be there. You know what I'm saying?
It will be there in like 5 years, but not anytime soon. Like that's just even if Pokemon raises up MSRP to $200, that box in a normal like a stagnant bear market, that box is sitting at 140, bro.
100%.
It's like the Darkrai is fantastic. I love the Darkrai. I think it's a really cool card. Am I going to pay $600, $700 for that card? Absolutely freaking not.
Morpeko,
but it's not. It's not. Yeah, the Morpeko is nice too, but it's not enough to make this set $300. This is the most expensive. This is the most expensive set we've gotten in Mega Evolutions since anything's come out. That makes no sense at all.
Right.
If you look at the set, even compared to Chaos Rising, Perfect Order, Phantasmal Flames was not even $300. So, yeah, it's just absolutely ridiculous. But Darkrai's fantastic card.
Well, Phantasmal was also not 300 because it came out during that correction period. I think that Charizard would have definitely held it up there. That card is so good.
Well, Darkrai is not Mega Darkrai is not a legendary Pokemon like Charizard. So that's something too. He's just not a very popular Pokemon.
Right.
That's what people don't think about. I think sometimes when they trash Ascended Heroes, the set is filled with every Pokemon that anybody could ever want, and it's part of the reason why it's such a great set.
It's extremely stacked.
Not only that, but we open it occasionally because it's very expensive to open for us, right? But I'm amazed by different cards every time I pull them. I've pulled a lot. I don't think there's too much left for me to pull other than the big hits. I haven't gotten a God Pack yet, but the Trikachu and the Pikachu and all that shit. But all the other cards, bro, they're incredible. Those Mega Attack Rares, dude. I'm a huge fan of those Mega Attack Rares.
Yeah, those are gonna do well. That set overall is gonna do well. It's just they just stacked it so much. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I can't wait till the morning. Have you guys seen anything about I asked Anon last night in the podcast, and I think he said he hasn't seen anything concrete about the heavy hitters shit. I know some of the discords are talking about it, but I thought I saw something that said July 21st for the heavy hitters, but I'm
pretty sure I saw July on a few different posts, but
nothing
I guess
concrete though. Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing from Costco or wherever it's dropping. They're not putting
Sam's,
it out.
Yeah, probably Sam's. That shit's gonna be crazy. Just when they were putting out Black Bolt and White Flare, the binder and the Unova illustration, Big Teeny illustration, it was crazy. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like there in the morning if they do a Heavy Hitters Ascended Heroes release. How crazy it's gonna be. It's gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah. Sam's
they have it loaded on the back end.
Yeah.
If you go on Sam's, there's a link. It's not for the heavy hitters. I mean, it is for the heavy hitters, but I think it's like toothbrushes, toothpaste, or something. It's already loaded up, so it is happening. And they're gonna do them. They're gonna do them in stores first. Then I think they're doing in store a week before, then going to online or something like that. But it is for sure happening in store. So it's going to be a madhouse. People are going to lose a finger.
We're supposed to go on vacation, and if they do it the day that they're talking about, we're supposed to already be gone, but we might be going late for the vacation if they drop that, because I want to get some of that. If you had $1,000 to invest in the hobby today, where would you put your money at, and why? If you had $1,000 to spend right now, where would you put it?
If it had to be a booster box, it'd probably be, even though they're expensive, something in Sword and Shield, maybe some Silver Tempest. Surging is not bad. Like I said, you know what sucks? That content creation really affects everything so much. I really think Astral Radiance is underrated. That thing is at $418.
I looked at it. It is better than Silver Tempest. Besides the Lugia is very strong. But as far as like the rest of the cards, Astral Radiance has more.
It's a really nice set, but you know, it gets trashed. So who knows what would happen down the line because of content creation. But I think Paldea Evolved is a good thing to hold. But if it wasn't a booster box, I think the Victini illustration collection boxes.
Yeah.
Well, both Black Bull and White Flare, a actual illustration, right? Because most of these things are coming with freaking half our EXs. I think that one will do well, actually.
I would buy me 2 Phantasmal Flames booster boxes.
That doesn't sound bad to me, but
because I had 12 of them and nobody wanted to buy them. They were $170, $180, and we couldn't get rid of them for shit.
Why? You don't know why? Because every freaking content creator out there trashed it. That's why.
Not everybody. Me and you didn't.
I know that, but we are the freaking bottom of the barrel freaking content creators. You know, I'm just saying,
hey, bro, you got 2,000 more subscribers than me. I'm like scraping the barrel. Like I'm getting all the shit on top of me. You don't have like an actual influence in the hobby, but everybody else that did trashed it so bad. It's freaking insane. They trashed it so bad. No matter how good that Charizard was, people were complaining. Like if you buy that Charizard card, yes, it has the evolutions around it, right? But you bought the card or you like the card because of the Charizard. People were complaining because the letters were going across Charmander's eyes. Like I was like, for me, it was like, get out of here with that stuff. Like that doesn't make the card. That's not the Pokemon that's it's focusing on. I don't know. Like I said, content creation land, people don't realize how much influence they have, or they do. I don't know, but they trashed it like crazy. People didn't want to buy it, and look at it now.
It's got other good cards in it, bro. It's not that bad of a damn set. I mean,
it does.
It's better than Perfect Order and Chaos Rising.
Well, but it depends on what you like, though. Some people really like that ugly ass full art Meowth. That's an SAR that's going for $200.
Yeah.
You know, artwork's subjective, man. I told everybody the Sharpedo was fire from Phantasmal Flames. They told me that was rage bait. I said the Mega Attack Rare is better than the Gengar from Ascended Heroes. Everyone told me that was rage bait. Now
that Dugong,
that Dugong is nice. That Mega Attack Rare Gengar is really nice, actually.
Yeah.
So art subjective, man.
I'm an old man. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a second, and then when we come back, we're gonna get into something real good when I come back. All right?
Just give me Sounds good.
Like, yep. I guess for the chat, if you think about Phantasmal right now at 450, and you think about how much we've gotten about that for those, right? We got the 2 waves. They appeared in vending machines, so now you're just thinking about how much is out there, and then you think about how much Black Bull and White Flare we've gotten. And then you consider buying the Victini collection box, and you think about the value of the illustration, the value of each pack, and you do the math and see it's clearly it hasn't appreciated as much as that freaking Phantasmal Flames box. So you actually have potential growth down the line. It's not already baked into a $450 box.
Yeah, no, I mean, also there's the rumors and speculation from Anon, 1.5 billion. No, not billion. Sorry, 1.5 million Phantasmal Flames booster boxes have been packaged, printed. They're sitting somewhere. So
that would be insane.
I mean, people are going to eat it up, right? Like it's going to. But
I don't have any Phantasmal Flames. At that time, I couldn't afford it. You know, I just couldn't. I called out what I thought was a good play. Even if I couldn't afford it, it's still a good opportunity. But if that comes up, now. Yeah, I'm buying some up.
Yeah, I mean, but $450 makes no sense for that right now. Like, and that's the thing, like Destined Rivals too, man. You know, it could climb to 1,000 if we don't get any reprints. And at least I think it could. But how long is it going to sit at 1,000? It's not just going to keep climbing like people think it's going to do. So,
you don't like this card, bro? I can't.
You asked me?
He went to the bathroom and got a card.
No, that was I had a binder sitting here. The
It's
shelf
in his
is-
bathroom, bro. It looks
It's
back
above-
at him while he's taking
That's
a
what
piss.
I look at when I'm taking a shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Look,
that's right.
Hey,
you don't like this card, bro? Come
No.
on, bro.
No,
Dude. Look,
I'll give you $50 for it.
bro. $50 don't get a corner of this card.
Yeah, right. What's that card like? 150? I get it. I get
About
it.
180. About 180.
That's criminal. If anybody paying for that should be ashamed of themselves. I don't care if you like for alligator or not. Get Gator in here. That's criminal, bro.
I think it's a nice card. The Mega just could have been a better design.
180
they're
though.
failing a lot with those.
I think it's 180. Yeah,
Bro, the bubble Mew was freaking $60 back in the day from Paldean Fates. I'd rather pay $800 for that card than pay 180 for that card. You kidding me?
So if it's like that, I would not pay 180 for that card. I'd rather buy one of the V's from Evolving. I'd rather get the Espeon V. What's that at right now? I bet you that's close. I'd rather get that.
Oh, you talking about? Are you talking about the collector boxes, the promos? Or are you talking about from Evolving Skies?
No, from Evolving, the Espeon V, where it's like using its psychic abilities to lift up the books.
I think they're like 200. I'll check real quick.
Maybe they went up. I haven't looked at them in a while, but it was at like 180. Even the Sylveon V is really nice as well. Like I'd rather get one of those than have that card. For me, even though it's a nice card, I just don't like the design of the Mega.
So you can let me make sure this is near mint. You can get the Sylveon for 177. The Sylveon V. You can get the Glaceon for 160. Leafeon
234. Wow.
Yep. Then you get the Leafeon for 146. I'd rather have any of those three cards.
The Sylveon or the Glaceon over that for sure. It's me.
Yes,
are you guys ready for a new segment, a new hot or cold segment?
I like how you actually have questions written down. When I go live, I just go live, bro.
I prep for this shit, bro.
It's off the top of the dome.
I'm a professional, bro. So hot take or cold take? Ready? Booster bundles are a better long-term hold than an ETB.
I think that's a cold take for the same exact thing that I said earlier. One is displayable, and one, if depending on the set, of course. If it's one of those sets that people desire to rip, that's going to fly off the shelf way faster than an ETB will.
Yeah, and you guys in the chat, let me know what you guys think as well with the hot or cold. Can you believe there's somebody out there, bro, trying to say that PC ETBs aren't a good investment?
Is that one of the questions?
No, I just thought about that for some reason. But
it depends on your entry point. That'd be my counter to that.
$60.
It depends on the entry point. If you're buying this, if you're buying them at like $300 or $400, it's tough. That's tough. If you're buying them at like MSRP, like from the Pokemon Center, like everybody else is doing, that it's great, of course.
There's people that, and I've said it before, but
if it's this, right? Because they don't do this with every single one. But if it's this and it doesn't look like the regular one, that makes a difference to me.
Yeah.
Right. It actually looks special. If it's freaking Ascended Heroes and freaking they pressed 2x on the zoom like a little bit and like that to me is like, and I have them. Don't get me wrong, I have them, but it doesn't look any different. I would have to point out to someone, no, that's a Pokemon Center ETB. Look, it's stamped and the Dragonite's a little bit bigger.
It's a little different, but yeah, it's not like some of these other ones.
Not like that. Not like
the
that.
Phantasmal. Oh shit! Almost knocked the damn table over. The Phantasmal one is badass, but I think they're great, bro. And you can get them, Jay. You don't have to get them at an astronomical. When they first come out, bro. If you go on the marketplace, there's people that get them. I've got them. I have a couple people that call me when they get them, and they're, if you can get in early on it before they go to the moon, you can get them over MSRP or over MSRP and still at a good price. Well, it's possible.
Chaos was selling at 200. Now that we're in this slowdown, I think it's selling on eBay for like 160 or 170. I think on TCG Player it might be 160, 170. And that PCTV it's actually really nice.
I have one up for cheaper than that, bro, on the website.
It's actually really nice. Let me see. Where is it? Just want to make sure. I mean, it could have changed. Price could have changed. But it's a really nice box. Like the color is really nice.
Yeah,
I really think it's nice. I hate TCG Player with this stuff.
I just lowered mine because it's just not doing nothing, So I lowered it. I think $10. I think.
Well, it's because of this slowdown. We're at 161 market right now on TCG Player. Because of the slowdown, all of those people that have been trying to flip. Oh yeah, I can reach for mine right now in an acrylic. I was actually about to do it. It looks nice.
Yeah, it is.
You only can have acrylic for Lurkana. Don't get it twisted. Not for Pokemon.
And if you wanted to, and you want it to be funny,
hey Joey,
you can flip it. Oh shoot, Joey's not here. He left.
No, he's always here, bro. He's always watching in the shadows.
How much is it on the TCG Player, dude?
161.
I got mine for 154.99, but
not bad.
You do have to be careful though, because not everywhere. So like where I live, I can't get PCTBs as soon as people get them. People aren't really selling them, or if they're selling them, they're going like freaking $200. You know, they're not trying to fire sell them. So
yeah,
it's not. I get it, but you can't. You know, like Blab, he can talk about. Oh well, in Philly, you know, the booster boxes, they come out, people get them, and I can pick up a booster box for $200. Well, in my area, if the booster box is $250, it's $250.
No, in my area in New York, it was funny to get this point proven across, to get it across in Chuck's stream. I was in a stream. He likes to stream Sunday mornings, and I was there, and he kept saying, you know, if you guys go locally and you look on your Facebook right now, you could find Surgery Sparks for like $220, $230. And I was like, you know, I'm in the chat like, bro, that's a lie. Your Facebook marketplace doesn't count. It isn't indicative of what's actually happening out there. Because I'm in New York and you can't find the Surgeon Sparks booster box for under $300, and market was $250 at the time. He didn't believe me. He went live on Facebook, found nothing under $300. He found multiple listings of people saying buying sealed collections. Like it doesn't count. That you can't say that for everyone, you know, and you're not going to find those deals everywhere, especially like in a place like New York. Competition is insane here.
Have you seen the price of the celebrations ETB?
Yes.
It's crazy, dude.
I made a video, and I was much smaller back then. I must have had my channel for like 3 months. March of 2024, right? When everything started. Was it 2024? Was that when Prismatic came out, or was that Prismatic came out in 2024 or 25?
No, yeah, 20.
Right. So March of 2024, I made a video. They were $130 at the time, telling people like this is the time to buy. But you know, it was like an easy thing to pick up at the time. It was pretty obvious, but you know, people didn't like in reality. So people are buying this ETB not because they like it. It's just because the 30th is around the corner. Because the cards in there suck.
The cards in what celebration?
Hell yeah, they freaking suck.
Yeah.
It's Generations is a whole different story. That has some beautiful cards in it.
Yeah.
Celebrations sucks ass. I would never even want to rip one single pack.
Yeah, I've ripped a bunch of packs. You mean
30 is going to be way better. So
yeah.
What's going to happen? This is the best part. What's going to happen with all these people buying Celebrations ETBs at $300 to $400 once the 30th is gone? What's going to happen to all those ETBs? They suck. I mean,
for celebrations?
Yeah. I think that
I think they're going to hold.
I'm not saying they're not going to hold because they're no longer printing them, but how many people are really going to buy? You think they're going to?
Oh, people aren't going to buy that shit until a year before the 35th anniversary. Yeah. Nah, bro, they ain't buying that shit. Celebrations. Yeah, I mean, Generations isn't even that good.
I'm definitely not saying they'll tank Krabby, but they will flatline and people will not be buying them. If you're investing into this thing now, $300 to $400, you're going to be holding that $300 to $400 price point for a long time with no appreciation up until the 35th.
Yeah, I'm. I'd like to know where we're going to get this product from. I mean, hopefully we're able to get it. Hopefully everybody can get their hands on some of it. You know, so that was one of the things I wanted to ask Anon last night. Like, you know, what's the deal? Like, how hard is it going to be to get, you know, the product?
They're printing it, bro. They're printing it.
They're printing it, but I wouldn't be surprised if most people are going to act like they don't have that much you know, that false sense of scarcity to you know, it just keeps it pumped. You know, I think there's going to be a lot. I think that the reason why we're not getting all this product is because of that. It just makes sense. I've been saying this for so long. People keep saying, when is Pokemon going to fix this? When are they going to care about my kids crying? They don't care about you, bro. They don't. They really don't. They're a business. They want to keep the hype up. As wrong as it sounds for people.
Damn,
for
Jay, you
business,
agree with me?
It's just, it's common sense to me, at least.
Scarcity, artificial scarcity to keep the hype pumping, huh?
Why not? I mean, think about it.
Yeah,
If you were
I've
a
been
business,
preaching that, bro.
if you were a business and you were reaching your 30th anniversary, wouldn't you want it to be a bang? Why would you like make that dissipate? Why would you get all the air out of the balloon before you get to your anniversary set where you celebrate 30 years of success? You're not going to do that. You're going to let that thing build up and let it explode right on the 30th face.
What do you think about the simultaneous release that they're doing? That they usually don't do that, but they're doing that now. What do you think about that? You think we'll still see some shit since Japan and the time difference? We'll be able to see some stuff before we actually get it. You think we'll still be able to, right? They'll be opening it before us, putting it out there.
Yeah. I've been hearing some things about them getting that we're going to get the product at the same time, but I don't think so.
How?
Bro, even like Drunk, I was streaming last night. I was streaming last night and I was telling him about, you know, somebody in the chat said that they had the Morpeko from Pitch Black. How much do I think it's going to sell for? And Drunk didn't want to believe that it was an English Morpeko. He thought it was a Japanese one. And I was like, bro, no, I believe him because I watch a Whatnot streamer that has had Pitch Black, like a rip and ship, for the last 3 weeks. We're talking about over a month before release date. And if they can get this stuff over a month before release, like, and these are just Whatnot streamers. I mean, they're a decent size, but still, that's a lot of time before anybody else got it. You know, and it's gonna come out somewhere, man. Somebody's gonna have it really early.
I'll tell you what, I do think Pokemon is gonna be. I think they're gonna try to keep 30th as tight as they can. I mean, yeah, somebody's gonna get it, but not a month early. There's no way. And if they do, somebody's getting their kneecaps broken. Like,
you think so?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, just like you said, this is the big celebration. This is the hype train. You know, they're not Pitch Black. Who cares, right? It's just it's a set. Even the Ray set could come out a month early. They're not going to care. But 30th, yeah, man. You don't think they're going to keep a couple secrets? You don't think there's a couple things that they're not going to want us to know until a day, 2 days before? Which I think that's when Japanese is supposed to get it, is like a day or two before we're supposed to get it, just because of how the time zones work and stuff like that. Yeah, man. If somebody gets it, they better hope they don't put it on a Whatnot or a Rip and Ship, because Pokemon is going to bury them 20 feet under the ground. They're going to sue the shit out of them.
See what happens. I don't know, man, because it's not Pokemon's fault. They get it out to distribution. Distribution then decides who to allocate it to and how much. But then, you know, you're not supposed to release it at a certain day, and people do what they want. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see.
You think the Ray set will be better than Chaos Rising and Perfect Order? You think it's going to sit around
off of Ray hype?
Yeah,
it's going to be better. The fan base for Rayquaza is absolutely crazy. Like, people love Rayquaza. It's been around for a decent amount of time now. I mean, Greninja's a newer.
Yeah, I think that I didn't mean to pose the question that way. What I meant to say was, is it going to be sitting around? I know it's going to be better. Anything's going to be better.
Is it going to be sitting?
Well, like, you think it's going to be around like Chaos, because Chaos is still around everywhere that we go around where we live. It's everywhere. You can get it all day, every day.
What can you get?
Chaos.
No, what exactly? What like ETBs?
Single, sleeve boosters, just shit like that, ancillary shit. The ETBs and the bundles, you gotta be camping out for, but it's still there. You think it's gonna be like that with the Rayquaza set? You think it'll be sitting around like that?
It really depends on that card when that card finally comes out. If that's a banger card, that's not sitting anywhere. We haven't seen what it looks like yet.
I think it depends, though, Jay. I don't. it depends on, you know, I mean, yeah, if the card's a banger, people are going to go crazy for it. But what if Pokemon drops a bunch of product right around the 30th or with the 30th? So we get Phantasmal. Of course, it's all hypothetical, right? But we get Phantasmal, Destin, more Chaos, more Pitch Black. We maybe get some more Ascended Heroes, you know, and then hype dies off. Like you could see that Rayquaza set sitting around. I'm not saying people aren't going to go crazy for it, but they also might print a shit ton of it and then just drop it like a hot nuke. 30th's over. Let's see what Pokemon can do. I think Pokemon's holding on to stuff for sure. So,
yeah,
you know, like I think the Ray's probably going to be stronger than the Greninja, but as far as a complete set, you know, they may put illustration rares that are ass. They may put SIRs that are ass, like they have been doing, and it's literally Ray or bust. You know, and just because it's Ray doesn't mean we're going to get a banger card. More than likely we will. It's Mega Rayquaza. It's kind of hard to fuck that up. But, you know, I'm not sold on after the 30th. All the gloves are off. We'll see what actually happens.
What's up, Henry? And it's funny that he's here because Henry has a freaking Rayquaza tattooed on the side of his head. I don't know if you guys seen it.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I've seen it.
So that's how big the Rayquaza love is, like, from collectors. So that scenario, I guess, if it works out in that way and we get a whole bunch of product, I mean, I don't see that happening, because what I think is going to happen is that we're going to get a ton of the 30th, and it's not just like 30th ETBs. We're going to get 30th UPC, 30th ETBs, like all different kinds of products that are going to get released with the 30th. And I think those are the waves they're going to hit us with, back to back to back. I think we're going to get smashed with the 30th. That's what I think is going to happen.
Steve's bringing it up. He's got the question, wind and waves. That was going to be my next pivot to that. Was you know, we're booming, bro. Summer slowdown is a thing. It's here, but people are still buying. But people are just spending their money other places. But things are still moving up, right? I mean, you look at the charts all the time, Jay. You see it. There ain't nothing really moving sideways too much, you know. If winds and waves is off the chain, how long do you think this boom can last, bro? Like I've heard people say a couple years, but what do you think? Like how long do you think we could keep this up? You know, as far as Pokemon just being booming like it is.
I think it's really gonna come down to Pokemon. Do they keep putting out banger sets? Do they keep putting out Pokemon that, you know, we have nostalgia, right? Where we see nostalgia in every set, every single set that we get, even though like we get a set, it's supposed to be Mega Zygarde, right? Yes, the set sucks, but they still sprinkle in Meowth in there. They still sprinkle in some of the Kanto Pokemon. They try to sprinkle in Gen 2 Pokemon, Gen 3 Pokemon. If they do that, it doesn't matter what era we go into in reality. If they keep making these sets actually good, and things that you could just think about your childhood with and your kids love, and it's just going to keep going. But it's really up to Pokemon. Pokemon can shit the bed, you know, because that's what's going to have to happen, right? If they put on a ton, if they put out a ton of just sets that people don't like, with Pokemon people don't like, that means it's not going to sell. That means people aren't going to buy. That means these flippers can't just bot everything up and make money overnight. It's just not going to be a thing. That's really what's doing it. Like all that stuff, all the hype, all the reselling, it's what's keeping this thing so inflated. This isn't just, you're not just going to your LGS and buying. You know, my LGS, every time I go, they don't have Pokemon. They just have Pokemon like single packs.
They got it. They're just holding it.
They don't have any sealed. They sell at a decent price, one of them, the one closest to me. But whenever I go, there's no ETBs, nothing but single packs, aside from the day that they get them. They drop them that one day and they sell out.
Some of these LGSs, bro, got case on case on case. They're just holding the shit. They ain't putting nothing out. They're just holding on to it. You know?
Well, I don't know. It's hard to see that scenario with that much product, because you got to think about how much money they have held up in that product. You know, how could you keep paying the bills if you're not selling? You know, for how long can you actually hold product and not sell it? How do you pay your bills?
Yeah. they might be holding it till they're in a certain position and then getting it. But I've spoken with some people that know what time it is, and they told me they've seen it. They've seen LGS.
I wouldn't be surprised that some are doing it, but I don't think it's most or all of them.
No,
but
not
for
all.
sure, there are people that are holding product, and they're not selling it for sure. That's definitely happening.
So we're gonna do one last little. I'm gonna call it the SINNOH Showdown, and this is for the chat too. So everybody get a vote on this, and then we're gonna open it up to the chat for questions for everybody. So you can only pick one of these, and I'm gonna do one of these every week. So, but I was going back and forth with who I was gonna pick for these three, but you can only pick one of these. All right, this is the SINNOH Showdown. Palkia, Dialga, or Giratina?
Giratina
all day.
That was
what about it, bro?
Too easy for me.
Oh, I like Dialga. Dialga's my favorite.
Yeah.
So. I like the one from Astral Radiance. So the origin form where it's flying. So
yeah.
That's my favorite. Giratina is fine, but I like Dialga better.
You like the Dialga card jumping in the sun?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what you're like. Wow, more than the Palkia one.
Yeah, I don't like the Palkia one. I appreciate what they did for it, but like they tried to do whoever that artist is, that painter. I appreciate what they did for it, but it's just not. I think the Dialga flying in the sun with where it's kind of got like the rainbow hues to it. I think it's a beautiful card. So I mean, it's nothing like crazy. That's why the card's like $100, but I like it.
I mean, well,
art's subjective.
Once again, it's Astral. People talk it down all the time. Look at the Stormy V. That's a beautiful card. Mm-hmm. That's an amazing looking card. 120 something bucks right now, compared to everything else that's ticking off like crazy. That it's just criminal.
So from the people that have responded so far, Giratina is the GOAT, I guess. So if anybody in the chat has got look at what the mod just brought something, bro. Look at
the mod.
Look.
Oh, there you go.
And
yeah, I definitely like the Palkia better than that one for me.
Yeah.
I love the way they made that card.
Thank you. So if anybody in the chat's got any questions, we're gonna go for a few more minutes, and then we're gonna have to go to work. Your boy's got to go to work. If anybody in the chat's got any questions for Jay or Broke or I, go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll put it up on the screen. I know somebody's got a question. You guys were asking all kind of questions earlier, and I couldn't stop to get to them. So bust your questions out now, or that's gonna be it.
Did you guys, by any chance, watch my stream last night? I don't think I ever see you guys in my stream.
I'm in there lurking, Jay. I'm in there working, and I don't really say much. But I don't think I was in there last night. But
is Henry still here? Henry, you still here? I'm just curious.
I don't think
because if you would have been, I don't even know if I don't think anybody that's. I mean, maybe a few people in this chat were in my stream last night.
I checked out your stream earlier, but I didn't get to finish it. So,
bro, look at what I pulled last night to end the stream.
Cubo, there you go,
Cubo,
baby.
yeah.
It's a good card. I like it,
bro. You want to know what's insane about this? I bought 5 Gem 3 booster boxes. 5. I pulled this Cubone, the Gengar, and the exclusive Cerulege out of 5 boxes.
Oh, really? Hey, Pack's about to get some Chinese.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got 2 cases of Gem Pack Volume 4 and 5 coming. They'll be here in a couple of days.
4 is the ponytail one?
Yeah. Yep.
And then 5 is the one with Florigato on the front, correct?
Yep.
That Florigato.
I can't tell you that, Krabby, or I have to kill you, bro. No, I'm just kidding, man. I got them from a distributor, a Chinese distributor.
Oh, I think he was trying to ask me where I got them.
Oh,
I got 3 hits out of the. I actually got it from a reputable whatnot streamer. I just bought 5 off of him.
Fine, Krabby. You don't care. That's fine, bro. I don't want to tell you anyway. I'm just playing. But anybody, if anybody's got any more questions or anything, go ahead and shoot them in there. If not, we're gonna get out of here. Jay, I appreciate you coming by, man. I'm glad we got to get you on, bro.
Anytime, man. Just hit me up. Anytime we set a date and I'm in here. I told Broke this a freaking long time ago, but you know, Broke doesn't want me anywhere close to his channel.
That's not true. Except for the last time you were in a live, everybody was coming for your throat, bro.
Well, it was T-Mark and Joey.
No, there was that other fool too. He came in.
I don't even know who that was. That guy was a nut job. He was saying something about me being like bearish because I always preach caution. Why would I not? We're talking finances here. We're talking about your money. Why would you have a problem with me telling you to be careful? Right? We believe in Pokemon. Great. It is still freaking cardboard, bro. So why do you have a problem with me telling you, hey, listen, I believe in Pokemon, but still be careful. This is like the last thing on your list if an emergency happens that you're going to be fucking thinking about. You know, you're not going to be able to go fucking buy gas with a booster box. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening.
You never know.
Hey, people say it's going to happen, man. They say it's better than gold and silver. So we'll see.
You know, that's what he was getting at, because I made a video about like red flags, like you know, things are going crazy. Like it should be. I understand that there's confidence here. When everything's going up, there is confidence, but there should be a little bit of fear. Like there should be a little bit of fear in almost everything you do. If you work your job, you know you don't want to lose it. There's got to be a little bit of fear there to keep you in check. And so I don't understand that. That should be like a once again common sense. Even though my girl says that everything I believe is common sense is not common sense to everyone, but whatever.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. People haven't been punished in freaking 2 years, so they don't know. They don't know any better, you know. Like, and then they, like we were talking about earlier, content creators. They're saying, you know, like there's no summer slowdown. Everything they own is going up in value. So it is what it is, man.
I don't know. I'm not the type of person that has to be punished in every single thing to learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying? I could have rode a bike down a hill with no brakes, and there's a punishment there. I should have had a little fear, right? What are we doing here? Like, I don't understand, you know.
Nah, fuck it, full send it. What's the worst that can happen?
Ironhide has a very pertinent question, bro. Waffle House all day long, big dog. Waffle House, bro.
I don't have a Waffle House anywhere like in my vicinity whatsoever. Like
in New York, you don't have a Waffle House like right down the block?
Not close to me. No, you'd have to go somewhere decent, like a decent distance. You got a lot of fast food though, for sure. You got like a lot of Chinese food, fast food. There's a lot of different kinds of food. Waffle House though, I can't think of one close by. Not one.
Taco Bell, bro. Nothing better. I was
gonna say that, but that would be my second. Poke Pablo wants to, but no, we're in America, bro.
America, they lost, bro. They lost. What happened to them?
Nobody watched that shit.
Hey, Korea all the way. That's all I gotta say. Got me my SPCs that I don't have because I don't have Pokemon cards.
What part of New York? I'm in Queens. I was born and raised in Queens.
Damn, Queens, baby.
Where are you guys at?
I'm in Florida. Bumfuck Kentucky.
Kentucky.
I know for a fact you're not in New York. You got fucking turkeys.
I don't. I'm sure there's some. No, what do they have up in the roofs? They got owls or hawks or something like that. Isn't that what they have in New York?
Those are pigeons.
Pigeons?
They don't keep them. They're just flying over here. The reason why they're here, you know, just history of New York, is because they used to use pigeons as messenger pigeons, right? So they ended up bringing so many of them here. Now they're freaking native to New York. I freaking hate them, but whatever. No turkeys. Yeah, well, bro, they shit everywhere. Like they're like.
Hey, so do chickens and turkeys, man. I mean, they don't shit on you, but they do shit everywhere. I mean,
they provide much more value to you. You can eat a fresh plate of eggs in the morning, and there's nothing better than.
I know, man. Eggs. People don't like me, but they got to come after my turkeys. Like, fuck you, bro. Whether you're in this live or not, you come after my turkey. Fuck you.
Oh my god!
I was just playing Pablo. I don't mind soccer, bro. It's cool, man.
Could tell by the
rats of New York. It's true. They have like over 2,000 different kinds of bacteria in their shit.
What, pigeons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mike Tyson was big into that shit.
Yeah, but he's a nut job. We all know this. You know, so.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up, man. We've been going for 2 hours. Jay, I appreciate you coming by, man. And anytime, bro, you want to come on, just let us know, dude. And
Yeah,
bring you on.
anytime. I mean, I say the thing. Anytime I appear in somebody's channel, like this is, like I said, the most fun I have talking to people. I don't have any actual close friends that like Pokemon, so anytime I get a chance to go live with other people, I'm down. Anytime I go live, I love it. I get to talk to people that actually, I could relate to. So anytime, hit me up. That's
yes,
it.
sir.
That's all it takes.
Yes, sir. And thank you, everybody in chat that came by. It's too many people to name. 30 people is a lot, huh? Broke. We usually do about 20. 20. I guess.
Know, man. You got to get rid of me. Just let me free.
No, dude. Jay brought him with him.
I did hit up. I actually did hit up my Discord.
All right, good. We appreciate it. Yeah, make sure you guys like the stream. Make sure you guys go check out Jay's channel. You probably already know. Check out Broke's channel. Go check out the website. Check out my channel. We appreciate everybody, yo. Have a good rest of the weekend, and we'll see you guys in the next one, everybody.
Later, guys. Thanks, Jay.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Take care, guys.